Hi everyone, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to make this belated birthday card that I designed with this cute little snail on it. In case you forgot someone's birthday, this is a great card to send. And speaking of oops, I make several oops in this video, so buckle up. Okay. We've got several like layering frame areas to this card, and then we have this inner green layer where all the details of the card are going to go. So I am going to I'm just kind of fiddling around with this in the beginning, thinking about how I'm going to layer everything, and now I'm going to just glue these layers together. Normally when I do a card with this many frames, I get some foam adhesive between the layers, but this time I'm just going to flat glue every single layer, and you will understand why when I get to building that last layer. So I'm just going to put that Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue there at the bottom, and then I kind of stack and tap, and it helps that layer get square with that white card base. And I'm just going to do that with every layer here. We started with the orange, and now we'll go to the yellow. And again, I'm just going to put glue on the bottom. That just gives me wiggle room to get everything straight and lined up and square with the rest of those layers. And once I'm happy with that, I just put some more glue down on the sides and the top of the card. This glue is really strong, so you don't need to use a lot of it. And then this final frame layer is the pink. And again, just on the bottom there, I place it down. I'll kind of tap it and line my fingers on the sides to get it pushed into place, and then add more glue. And then the card base and those background frame layers are done. Add just a little bit more glue. Okay, now we're going to get on to the details. The fun part, we're going to start with this snail body and shell here. And the shell is just going to layer right over the snail body. And I'm just kind of dry fitting that just to make sure I've got that in place. And now I am dry fitting these little flowers together, and what I didn't do was dry fit them to the green layer, so I actually ended up having to recut the orange flower because I glued it backwards. Oh my goodness. The pink one, I just got lucky. That one I just happened to have going the right way. So there's this tiny, well, it's not tiny, there's this little black piece that goes just behind the snail face, and the sides of the black piece and the sides of that snail head should line up. What you really want is you don't want that black to show through on the front. So whether you get that lined up exactly right or not is not that serious. You just want you just don't want to see the black coming out from either edge, but it should, those edges should line up. And then this this creates the face of the snail. And here's another one of my oops. I don't know why I flipped the snail over and start gluing that black piece to the front side of the snail. So I quickly wipe that off and get that little black piece down again, and it all worked out in the end, and I don't think you could really even see the glue when it was all said and done. So there you see how it just kind of perfectly lines up on the side, and then that makes that little snail face appear. Now I'm going to get some glue on the back of the snail body and get that lined up with this green background layer as best as I can. I'll just shimmy that around just a little bit. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm going to get this snail shell glued down. So I'm just kind of moving that, making sure I kind of know where it is going to go, and it should just fit just perfectly on there. I'm going to flip that over, make sure I'm getting glue on the right side, put some glue down, and then put that shell down on that green background layer. And I adjust that just a tiny bit, and then I think I'm happy with that. And I then will move on to the flowers. The flowers come together very easily. It's very simple. You can see me layering the pink flower, and you can see that I've done the orange flower, which I did incorrectly, like I said before, and I had to go and recut. But these flowers are pretty simple. And then you have just the little lighter color green leaves that go over the dark and create that little shading in the leaf. Now you can see that I'm like, oh, what's going on? This doesn't fit. And so then this is when I realized, oh, I'm going to have to recut this. And then I recut it, and I assembled everything, and I didn't hit record. So that whole section did not happen. But like I was saying, very simple. I glue that orange flower down first, then layer the pink flower. I used a little of those. You can see that foam adhesive there. I use that to kind of overlap, because the pink's going to overlap, and then fit each little green leaf in place. The one green leaf is just a tad bit larger, and that goes with the orange one. And then the smaller green leaf goes with the pink one. And yeah, it'll make more sense when you do it. And I'm sorry that I cut that out. Now you see me here. I'm going to weed and apply the sentiment. And you can also see that I did cut this sentiment out of cardstock. I initially thought that I was going to use cardstock since these letters are a little bigger, and I really wanted the letters to perfectly match the yellow cardstock that I was using in the rest of the card. And then I was like, well, maybe I should check my vinyl supply and see like what, if I even have a yellow that comes close. And I had a yellow that's almost the same exact, color. I use mostly cardstock from Michaels, and this I really like the vinyl from Oracle, if just you're interested. So once I had the vinyl, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to fiddle with every single one of those little layers. We're gonna cut this out of vinyl, and it makes it really, really easy. There's bump outs there for your sentiment, so you know exactly where that needs to go. And like I always say, this is crafting. It does not have to be perfect. This is a handmade item. It is something you are making, which makes it very special. And I think that's the beauty of things that are handmade. So I am trying very carefully to release this transfer tape. Don't know if this green cardstock was just a little soft, but it did pull up just a tiny bit of this dark green cardstock, but we're going with it. I don't think it was that noticeable. So yeah, so we got the happy down, and then next we will just use the same exact process for the belated birthday. If you purchased this card for me, thank you so much for supporting my art. If you are interested, there are links in my profile on where you can purchase this card. I have an Etsy shop, DeniseLevyStudio.com, and then I'm also on the Silhouette Design store. And with that, thank you for watching this video. I'm really trying to grow my YouTube videos, and I've got my dog here is talking to me. I apologize. But I'm really trying to grow my YouTube, so I sure do appreciate any likes, any follows here on YouTube, and I really appreciate you just watching. Okay, back to the card. I've got the belated birthday down, and I'm just going to carefully, once again, release that transfer tape. And I think I did pull up a little bit of cardstock once again on that, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to make sure that I've got all those letters down. They're adhered nicely. So now we're going to get this layer, this top layer, glued down to the rest of the card. And I'm going to do a combination of foam adhesive and liquid glue with the layers of cardstock with those frame pieces. You've got some areas that are going to be a little elevated and some layers that will still kind of be flat to the background card. Hopefully that makes sense. You could just straight up flat glue this and it would be just perfectly fine. But you're going to see me kind of bring some of the areas up and then put some like a liquid glue on other areas. And this is just how I chose to do it. But like I said, you could just use liquid glue if you find that to be easier. And I'm just kind of testing that out to see if I like the height of that. And then I will continue to put more foam adhesive down in some areas. And then I'm going to grab my liquid glue and get that down in the other areas. And once I'm happy with that, I will flip this over and get that down to that card base. Now I'm going to remove all that release paper from those foam adhesive dots. And yeah, this card is almost done. Okay, I should have cut more of this out. All right, I'm going to flip that over and get you that little green frame. Just going to fit perfectly into the orange one, and that's how you'll know you've got the rest of it in the right position. And this card you could easily alter the colors too if you wanted to. Definitely alterable. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.